Well, hello everyone. As you can hear, we are in the car right now. And yep, it's a quick little road trip to go grab a board game. This guy is selling this board game used, all the pieces, everything's there. And it's going to be a pretty good profit. Should not quite sell it for 4 times what I'm going to buy it for, but pretty close 4 times. Definitely 3 times at least. So yeah, that's what I'm headed to do right now. And tomorrow is Juneteenth, and I'm actually off work. It's a holiday for the organization I work for. So I am going to get up really crazy early and drive to a big garage sale that starts at 7 a.m. and it's probably a good hour or so away. So yeah, I'll be up probably about 5:30. Get on the road. Should get there in time. Go to that garage sale. I got another quick one to stop by, and then I actually made a deal with another guy on Facebook Marketplace, and I'm gonna go buy some sealed Star Wars toys from him. Brand new toys, but they're from 25 years or more, or 20 to 25 years ago, basically, and they're still sealed. So I'm going to go meet with him and pick these things up, and buy both these sealed play sets from him for $45, and I'm hoping to turn around and sell them for about $200. So pretty cool. And I don't know if he's a reseller or what. It kind of sounded like it, but we'll see. But yeah, that's what I'm doing, man. I'm out road tripping. I'm going to hit some garage sales tomorrow. We actually hit some when we were on a quick little weekend trip. My wife and I, we went down to, where she grew up and everything, to her high school reunion. It was a great time. We had fun. But on the way down there, we stayed at her dad's on that Friday night, and then the high school reunion was on Saturday night. So on the way down there on Friday, we got up really early, had the day off, and, we hit some things on the way down there. We actually hit some locally here, and then we hit a couple more places on the way there, and did okay. When we got up the next day on Saturday, we drove down to Springfield, which is about a half hour south of where we were staying with her dad's, and hit some there as well, and then headed back to where we had a hotel room and went to the reunion, and that was a lot of fun. Woke up the next day. They had suggested, the hotel, meaning the hotel, had suggested a diner nearby. We went to that one, and then we decided we were going to try and hit possibly a couple of thrift stores or something like that, just because it was a Sunday, and knowing that part of the country, people are going to be at church and stuff. They're not going to be garage sales, So we were kind of looking at thrift stores. Maybe there were a couple flea markets. We're sitting there looking while we're parked in the parking lot of the diner we ate at, which was awesome, by the way. Little diners out in the middle of nowhere are always pretty solid, in my opinion. But anyway, when we were sitting there, we were kind of looking places up, and lo and behold, we figured out one was about 250 feet from us. It was literally right behind us. So we went into this flea market, and we found some good stuff there. They had a bunch of different booths within it, and, we went through every single booth. And then they had a whole big back room, warehouse room, that was mostly full of, like kind of Amazon return type stuff, which usually I'm not too crazy about. But I did find a couple good things in there. One thing I found was a telephone testing device, still new in the package, plastic package, still sealed. And that thing should sell for a good $80. At least the last few have. And then another thing I found is some Mopar, which is original equipment manufacturer product for Dodge, basically. And I found some products from them that are basically go in cars. So if you buy a car from Dodge, you can pay extra and have this thing in your trunk. And, I don't know what it costs if you do that. Long story short, I got these things for $19.99 each. I bought 3 of them. They're still sealed in the plastic. And I'm hoping to be able to sell them for $50 each. And the lady, when we were buying this stuff, when we were leaving her place, we had a great time there. It was a long time that we spent there. We were both pretty tired. But she said she had like 60 more of those if I was interested. So, if these 3 sell pretty quick, I'm going to go back there and buy a bunch of those. And, we'll sell those suckers, man, because that'll bring in some pretty regular money. And I think it's a good deal. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I don't know. I got to really look at what the profit margin is, how good that is, and where we want to go with it to determine all that. And really selling these 3, that's going to help me figure that out pretty good. But from what I saw, these things sell all the time. And there's people selling them a lot cheaper. There's people selling them a lot higher. But I think that middle of the road, $50, $60, that's going to be the sweet spot. And I got a feeling that's usually kind of how I go on stuff like that. And I got a feeling that those things are just going to fly off the shelf. So if that's the case, I'll go down there and buy a bunch of those from her. She said she had some guy that's been buying them, and he's selling them for $40 each on eBay. And I'm sure he's doing all right. But, I mean, $40, man. I mean, by the time you do shipping and all that stuff, and granted, I'm going to have people pay for their shipping. I'm not messing with this right now, especially with the upsurge in shipping costs. By the way, did you know this? I had no idea. I saw Commonwealth Flipper today on YouTube. And did you know that this is the first time ever in the history of the United States Post Office that there has been a fuel upcharge or a surcharge for fuel? I had no clue. Now, UPS and FedEx and stuff have had that before, but this is the first time ever in the history of the United States Postal Service that they have charged extra for fuel, which is interesting because he also brought up the fact that when they announced they were going to do this fuel upcharge, oil was a lot higher than it is now. It's actually gone down since then. So it looks to me like it's one of those things where it's gone up, it's never going to go back down. It's kind of like almost anything really. Gas prices, once they start going up, they might come down a little bit and they may fluctuate some, but in general, it's not going to be going down permanently. It's going to be that roughly around that price that's high that you're paying for a while. So prepare yourself. But anyway, that's what I'm doing, man. I'm going to go down and get this board game. Tomorrow I'm going to get up crazy early, go hit a few of these spots, pick up some stuff. And man, I'm back in listing, been taking some pictures. Finally took some pictures with the new camera. I can tell you it's far superior for doing this. Crystal clear images, easy to separate the background. You know how I do key screen on this stuff. And really easy to work with. The images are just really high quality. And like I say, super sharp. So easy to separate from the background and put wherever I need to. So I'm definitely happy with that. But that's all I got, guys. I just wanted to bring you along for the ride like I do sometimes. So thanks for coming along, and I will let you guys know here in a couple weeks, just how things really went, because it has been super crazy slow on sales lately, like crazy. I did sell a pair of Converse yesterday, but really in the end, they're some of the ones that I got, not the knee-high ones, but some other kind of quilted purple ones that I got from Ross. So really, by the time you take everything out, we made less than $25. So not a great sale, but I have sold a couple other things, but not a lot. Sales are kind of slow right now. And I know that kind of happens It's happened to us around this time before. So it'll start gearing up in July, going into August, when everybody's going back to school, stuff like that. It'll start picking up then. And that's really when we're going to put a lot of Christmas stuff out too. That was one thing that we found that was really awesome. Sorry, I'm kind of going just off track here, just talking, which is fine, because that's what this podcast is about, is our adventures in reselling. I am going to introduce something new next time, by the way, that we have a regular episode. All the good sales, I'm going to call that section of the podcast Feathers in Our Cap. And I'm trying to remember what the bad sales were. I can't recall off the top of my head. Hold on. I ended up messaging myself because I figured it out. And let's see here. What did I call it? Here it is. Eating crow. So I kind of stuck with the bird motif. And yeah, that's what we're going to call it. I'm just going to break those sections out because, you know, it's good, I think, to have titles for stuff like that and have them be regular parts of the show. So starting the next full episode, when I go over the not so great sales we've had, that's going to be the section called Eating Crow. And the other section where things went really well and we got good profit and all that, that's going to be called Feather in Our Cap, or Feathers in Our Cap. So that's it, guys. That's all I got for right now. It's starting to sprinkle a little bit, so I've got to focus up and pay attention here because I'm probably 20 minutes away from what I'm trying to do here. But I appreciate you guys listening. I promise a full episode next time around. I didn't really want to do one right now just simply because there hasn't been a lot of sales. So I don't have a lot of Eating Crow or Feathers in Our Cap at the moment. But I'm hoping to get that going by the time I talk to you again. Thanks for listening. Please do me a favor if you can. Go rate or review this podcast. It does really help. I know everybody says that, but I'm being 100% honest with you. Wherever you listen to this, or if you're on YouTube and you watch it, please rate and review, subscribe, thumbs up on YouTube, whatever you got to do just to let me know that you're enjoying it, because that does help things. I'm hoping down the road to get some limited sponsorship in this thing. I won't ever obstruct the podcast really with anything like that, but I will bring up things occasionally, but it does cost money to do these things. It'll be very minimal, and I think you'll actually enjoy it. I like to, when it comes to stuff like that, I have done it before in the Dad Snark podcast a while back, and I like to kind of have fun with it. So I'm not going to do some regular old dumpy, same old recording all the time. As far as an ad goes, I'll have some fun with it. So keep that in mind. Please rate and review, thumbs up, subscribe, all that jazz, and I'll catch up with you guys in a couple of weeks. Thanks for listening.